Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Those who are new, welcome to my channel. In today's class, our remaining topic related to the public administration, that is law and order. In order to ensure the peace in country, the maintenance of the law and order is more important. While we want to peaceful life in our country, and on that time we should have to maintain some important laws and orders in our society. In the fast growing society of nowadays, this issue of maintaining law and order, it is very serious. In nowadays we see that our country is in developing area, and that time it is more difficult to maintain the law and order in our society. The maintenance of law and order are the two faces of same coin. The maintenance of the law and order are the two faces of same coin. Under the 7th schedule of the constitution, the law and order are included under the state subject. It is comes under the state. Hence, it is the duty of state and government to maintain the law and order. It is a main duty of a state to maintain a law and order in their own state. The central government has their constitutional right to advise the state government on the issue of pertaining to the law and order. The central government has the right to advise the state government on related to some issues in maintenance of the law and order. Now let us see role of the central government in the maintenance of law and order. The role of the central government in the maintenance of law and order is explained in various articles of our constitution of our India. As per the Article 355, the central government has to protect the state from external aggressions. In the Article 355 of our Indian Constitution, it says that the central government has to protect the external aggressions. For example, the border conflict between two states and river water distribution of the two states. As per the Article 356, whenever there is a constitutional failure of a state government, it take place. The Article 356 says that when the constitution has been failure in the state government, on that time it should take place. It should enforce the emergency, the president role in the state. On that time, the president role would be started here. The central home minister has the parliamentary force under its command to ensure the law and order in the country. Some important forces are there. They are maintain the establishment of a law and order in our state. Those are, first one is the Central Armed Services, CRPF. Second one is a Border Security Force, BSF. Third one is a Railway Protection Force. Fourth one is a Central Industrial Security Force, CISF. Now let us see one by one. Our first force is CRPF, Central Armed Resources. This force has mandated and maintain law and order. It tackle a rebellion to provide a relief whenever there is a natural calamities. It is more helpful when the natural calamities are occur like flood, earthquake, those type of things when happen. On that time it is more helpful basically on the time of natural calamities. Our second type is Border Security Force, BSF. It is more important. This force is formed to check the criminal activities in the border. It the police the border to check illegal activities and policing the border and providing the safety and security to the people living in the border area. Those are the main functions of a border security force. We see that the border security force is that they are control the criminal activities in the border line, and they are policing in the border area, and they are protected the life of the people who are living in the area of a border line. Now let us see our third type is a Railway Protection Force. It protects the property of the railway It monitor the illegal activities in the train. It means a railway protection force has been protected the property of railways, and it maintain the illegal activities which are done in the area of train, like smuggling, train robbery. Those things they have been take care or look over in this area. Our fourth type is Central Industrial Security Force, CISF. This force provides the protection to various big industries of the central government. This force is also utilizes to serve in the airport. This force means CISF has been look after the various big industries which are comes under the central government, and this force have been helped to serve as in the area of airport. Now let us move on. The central government plays the converging role to fulfill the special roles of maintaining law and order in our country. The central government provide a framework for the maintaining of the law and order to the state government by providing a skilled personnel and advices. Here we see that our central government has played a more important role to fulfill the special and maintaining of the law and order in our country. And our central government is provided a skilled and eligible personnel to do this duties. Now let us move on. The role of police, the structure of the police. The primary role of the state government is to ensure the law and order in our state. The first thing which should have to done by the state government, it is to maintain a law and order in our state. In order to fulfill this duty, the state government have a police force that will have the adequate training and functions. State government should have to appoint the eligible and skilled personnel to in the police, and they have give the adequate training and functioning to those police. The police department comes under the Home Ministry. The Home Minister has to responsible of the police force. The Home Minister is the head by the secretary who would be the from IAS cadre. IAS cadre means IAS officer. The secretary aids the Home Minister in the day-to-day administration. Those are all about the role of police in the state government. Now let us see the structure of police in the state government. The structure of the police, first one is a Home Minister, Home Secretary. Second one is a Director General Police, DGP. He is a head of police department. Additional Director General of the Police, ADGP, Deputy Inspector General of the Police. He is a divisional head. Next one is a Superintendent of Police, SP. He is a head of District Police Administration. Next one is a Deputy Superintendent of Police, DSP. He is a divisional head. Next one is a Circle Police Inspector, CPI. He is a circle head. Next one is a Police Sub Inspector, PSI. Next one is a Assistant Sub Inspector of Police, AISI. Next one is a Head Constable, and next one is a Police Constable. Those are all the structure of police department in our state. The police force perform as a major role in maintaining a law and order in our state. Police force have been given a special effort to maintain the law and order in their area. They did not celebrate any festival and they did not take any leave. Without the leave, they maintain the law and order in their own area, and that cause we should have to appreciate our police department. By the way, when we imagine about our society without the police, the criminal activities would be increased in our society, and there is no peaceful life in our society. On that cause, we should have to respect and appreciate our police department, because they are maintain law and order in our public administration in our society. Those are all about the maintenance of a law and order in our society. If you have any queries regarding this, comment below. Thank you for watching this.